Good morning. It's another beautiful day. Today we're going to do a few things. We're going to clean out the stable because we're getting 3 Illawarra calves in on Saturday. We're going to drench the sheep, move some troughs around, and a few other things. So don't go anywhere, stick around, and hope you enjoy the video. We clean our troughs out every 3 weeks or so because we have obviously a lot of storms up here and a lot of debris gets in there, and we like to make sure that they've got clean water. So, we use a mineral block as well. We use North Queensland Elite. I'll have to get the name of it, but it does cows, sheep and goats because we obviously run a routine here. Like rotation in paddocks. So it just helps making sure that everyone gets their minerals. We haven't had our soil tested or anything like that, so we don't know if we are deficient in certain things. It is expensive. So when we get more animal livestock, we'll probably get into that. But for now, we're just making sure that if they are lacking something, they've got it available. And basically go from there. So now that part's done, just got to put it back. Clean out the rest of the, I call it compost, because this is what we use around our fruit trees and also in our veggie garden. But yeah, we're getting somewhere. Good morning. So it's Saturday morning and we're about to jump in the car and go pick up these calves. And the weather's a little bit less than favourable, but it's okay. Should be a good trip.
Morning. Hi.
Ready for this morning?
Loving it.
It's quite early here.
You let me build up my feelings. You shatter them quickly, I let you. It's easier than fighting, but I know than I am. You throw it away like it's nothing. It's easier than fighting, but now, no. You're so inside the agony. Stop for a second, breathe. I'd turn it all around if I could, but I know it's not enough. I've been trying to reach you, baby. I lose my mind. You've been kinda see-through lately, but you're good for me. Cause every time you hurt me, I go na-na, oh na-na. Tell me to leave you, I say na-na, no not now. I've been trying to reach you, baby, to understand you better, baby, tonight. You're struggling to see what I'm doing. Did I take a bullet for you? It's easier to let go, but I won't. I need you here, need you right now. You throw it away like it's nothing. It's easier to let
I did, didn't I? Now this might scare him a little bit.
You're right, darlings. You're right, babies. Yeah. So obviously, like when you're buying cattle, it can be very expensive. So we decided that we wanted to look at other options. We had looked at some wieners, but they were $1,200, and we just couldn't afford it really.
No, that's right. But to get these ones, come from a dairy, they don't really have a use for the bull calves, so they do try to sell them off as quick as they can sometimes, and to get them cheaper obviously than a weaner is obviously beneficial to anyone.
These ones were $60 a head.
Yeah, that was $60 a head. Obviously you probably can't really do much with them for 18 months, 2 years sort of thing, but if you've got a little bit of land, a bit of extra feed, it doesn't hurt to have them and put them out and let them go.
So of course, initial cost is you've got being potties, you have to feed them milk. We've got a couple of milk trains here. We didn't originally put them on there straight away because they didn't have a suck reflex when we got them home. So we had to give them a shot of vitamin C and also B12 just to give them a boost. The travel did knock them around a little bit. So you got the cost obviously of your feeders, you got the cost of your milk, and also your time. Now it's easy for me because Corey runs our business and I stay at home. So my primary objective here is to grow our food. That includes our meat and also vegetables. For 4 calves to get from this age to harvest age is around 18 months, 3 years. We only have to have the input of the feed costs and also obviously your fly, your worm, and any vet bills that's needed. But it is a lot cheaper to go from potty to harvest like this. And at $60 a head, you can't knock it back, even though that these are dairy. So the Illawarra is a dairy breed, but it's an Australian dairy breed. We did some research. The steers themselves do kill out to be about 800 kilo, which is a good size for us because we don't want big, big reds or Brahma or anything like that. Okay, pause it. So for a small farm, as we mentioned before, we're only 6 acres. We have no intention whatsoever of breeding. So we have to get obviously outside the farm to bring in the starts. Now bull calves, they're not, like as Corey said before, they're not desired at dairies, which makes it even better for small farmers like us, where we can pick them up, fatten them up, and put them in the freezer. You have to have time. If you haven't got time, don't bother doing it like this. Just go get yourself a weaner. But I have a lot of time for them. And it's actually great for the kids too. You get Charlie out, teach him, from start to finish. The other reason that we like to have them at this age is to quiet them down as well, so that they can be handled a lot easier. We on a farm here do not have any cattle cattle yards. So our neighbour has cattle yards that we can use, but we do not. So we've got a dairy cow, and we've quietened her down so we don't need yards. We can just put her wherever we need her, and these guys will be the same. As you can see, they're a bit hungry because it's coming up to their second feed. We feed them 3 times a day, 2 litres each. It is a lot of milk, but we look at it, if they get a good start to life now, then they should be right all the way through. We haven't got names for them yet. We're just waiting to see a bit more of their personalities. But at this age, I can't recommend it enough. It's a good experience too. I've always got to mother something. Don't I, darling?
Yes, very much so. These guys have been a little bit of hard work for the start, but they, it's rewarding already to see where they are. And like Kerry said, this is only 3 or 4 days in, and they can, it'll be interesting to see how they grow and how they, how they treat us.
It also, if you're worried about as they get older and feed and stuff, because we do a rotational program here on the farm, there's never not going to be feed. The grass up here grows as quick as you can blink. So we're not worried about feed, and the way we want to work it is that we do, say in 2 years time we put one in the freezer, and then another 2 years time put another one. So there's always a continuous meat coming into the house. Like you can go out and go get your beef breeds, and I know what someone's going to say, they're dairy, not meat. Yeah, okay, they are, but when you actually look into it, any steer can produce meat. And we've been told multiple times about the marbling in dairy. Just to conclude, basically, this is what we're doing for our farm. It might not be right for your farm or the start into cattle, but we just thought we'd explain what we're doing, and if it helps you in the way that you want to get into beef, that's even better. We hope that it is a great experiment. So far so good, but only a couple of days in. They bull calves from dairies. We'll see how it goes.